Hello, 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 hello. Is that loud? Don't know. Presets. I'm just looking at the brass sounds. How to audition some sounds. Different ways to do it. So, pressing preset flicks between your pattern and preset page. Any preset that's pulled up on here, like this one, should in theory have an audition pattern assigned to it. And that will play according to the preset setting, which is right near the end. Let's see if we can find it. Audition riff there. So audition riff plays this. So therefore, if I play that now, so we can set the riff, play the audition, and that's the one it comes up, the audition riff. That's different to, if we go to the top there, the arpeggiator. The arpeggiator, turn that on, that'll play whatever the arpeggiator's playing. So if I want to audition voices, the reason for pressing the audition button in the manual, it says that the audition riff will show off to its best effect the different preset. So if we go to this preset, yeah, press audition. Oh, there we go. This is a kit, but it has some sort of other instruments in there with it. And we find those instruments if we go down here to transposition. If it's a kit, and that's where that is. Transpose up 1 octave. Yeah. And transpose down. Audition it. Great. Now what we can do, if we want to look at lots of different types of kits, for example, take the cursor over to where it says kit. That's the category. So I can hear this is getting some sort of popping and clicking as I'm talking. Kit category, and then go into kit category. Then we can scroll, keeping the same category and different sounds, or shall we say different presets within that category. So the audition will continue to play if we choose a different preset. So if we are interested in the gentleman's question that provoked this video is asking about the brass type sounds. So if I go to the category and go down to brass, BRS, crunchy, and then go back to the individual preset within that category, I can then scroll through those. So I'm on the preset crunchy audition. Change the preset. So also, if I'm auditioning the preset, I can change settings here, because although there are lots of presets in here, looking at the manual, there are excuse me, if I look on this website here, Emu Mania. I don't think it can focus on that, can it? Emu Mania on the MP7 page. Scroll down and we have preset instrument listings. So the presets, there's lots of stuff in there. Preset bank 0, 1 and so on. They're each with 128 presets, and those presets are made up of instruments. Now the instruments, there's on the MP7 MoFat Sound ROM, we've got, when I get to the end of the list, 1,099 instruments. Now those are the other things you can do with this is they're like the waveforms. So it's hard getting the terminology, but a preset is made up of different layers, as I'm sure you know. If I go to this one, it just sounds like that. Yeah, it's a really short cut off. Go to the preset edit, right to the beginning. There we are, BRS, brass category. We then have the layers. So you've got layer all, flashing, because each layer, there's 4 layers, and each of the 4 layers has a different, what that Emu Mania called instruments, I would call them like the sounds or the wave files or the samples that it's using. Just had to breathe, didn't want to breathe in the microphone. But each layer you can then see. So that's got hit sweetness 2, hit X, hit brass attack, and hit corn. So each of those we can alter. So therefore, to preview the sounds, we can press audition. Change this here. So all of a sudden that's different because we've changed the wave files that are within the preset. So to audition the presets, dead easy. Go to preset, press audition. If you want to scroll through the presets, go to the category to keep it within a category, and then go to the individual preset within that category. And you notice there we're starting to get now the same titles for the presets as we had just been through. The reason for that is up here, top right where it says MP7, that's the Sound ROM. The previous one, brass and tine and stuff, it says if we get there, is user. So that's like user category, which stays on the Emu. The MP7's another one. Then if you've got another sound selection on or a different sound ROM, like this one's on the X-ROM sound card that's in. And then we've also got the Prom 1 card in here, which has got some more selection. Yeah, so, and you can scroll through all those just like that. But what I would say is, that's not just how it can sound. So there's all the presets, and you can scroll through, there's loads of them. There's, oh, trombone. Yeah. And we've also got the tempo you can change while you're scrolling through. So that makes a difference to what you can hear. You know, the tempo as you would play normally any sort of instrument. And which waveforms are used to produce the sound, you could also scroll through. So, as we said before, preset. You've got 4 layers. There's brass trombone, brass trombone, brass trombone, brass trombone. All the same wave. Why has it got 4 in there? Let's have a look. Layer all. Now we're looking for differences here. Right, so layer 1's up 2 semitones, layer 2 0, layer 3 minus 2, layer 4 is 0. So we've already got like transposition going on between the layers. So we've got different notes played at the same time. Tuning. Yeah. Again, to give it a fuller sound, as I'm sure you know about. We've got different volumes for the various voices. And they're panned left and right to give a wider sound in the stereo field. Your volume envelope, that's massive. Obviously with producing a sound, you need to know how the volume of the instrument changes over time. And you can do that on the next page where you've got your volume envelope where you can change the attack rate, which you'll notice is different for each layer, 2, 0, 3, 0. So the speed at which the volume goes up, for some is straight up because that's 0, 2 it's over there, 3 it's over here. So all these different parameters will affect how the voice sounds. And that's why it's important to think, oh, well, there's that preset that sounds like that, or don't like that. Why don't you like it? Is there a way to edit that sound? So, for example, a dead simple one, time-based volume envelope. If I do the audition for this brass sound. So hopefully you could hear the sound difference. I'll just play it again. So it sounds to me that the tempo-based one is more mellow, it takes a little bit longer to attack, whereas the time-based one is fixed. So if you alter the tempo, and this is set on tempo-based, it'll alter how it sounds. So did you hear it there? There's a slight difference in the way tempo-based and time-based volume envelope works. So then if we go into the next one, which is actually editing the... In fact, did I... I'm just going to go back a sec. Yeah, right. So there I altered just that layer time-based to tempo-based. So if we alter them all instead of just one, let's have a see if that makes a difference. So you can choose factory as well. So you can hear there's a faster attack on the factory and time-based, slower on the tempo-based. But if we up the tempo, that was a bit fast, up to sort of 123, let's have a listen to that. So I don't know if you heard that or not, but my ears heard that when it was on tempo based really fast, the attack had been shortened more than the time based. Because basically time based means it'll play the same however fast or slow you play through, i.e. whatever the tempo is. On time based, it'll play the same attack, sustain, decay, release. But if it's on tempo based, that time period for attack, decay, sustain, release will change based on the tempo. So a faster tempo will mean shorter times, slower tempo will mean longer times. So again, that affects how the music feels and sounds. Dead simple, but it's massive, isn't it, in terms of what the voice actually sounds like. So to listen to the presets and think, oh well, that's it. With this thing you can make the presets anything, can't you? If we change like on attack rates, yeah, if I change attack rate 1, audition, then change the decay rate, so it changes stuff, doesn't it? So if you've got a preset that you don't like the sound of, you can alter it, change it, do all sorts with it. And I would recommend doing that when you're browsing through. Not only browse through the presets, but also browse through the individual layer sounds that are possible, the individual samples that have been put in there. And then, goodness me, then if you go to that's the original sound, comparing. Yeah. If you go to right, so that's the original sound back in again without me messing it up. Go into the preset editing and go to your chords. Even I suppose here, if we go to each of these sounds, there's a delay on those two sounds. Sorry, a start difference on each of the sounds, which means if you've got a sample waveform and it starts here, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. If you start 24 rather than start 0, if 0 is the cross point here, it starts there rather than here. And the other one's got a start of 40. So in other words, two of the sounds start when the waveform's here, one starts here and the other one starts here. So it changes the character of the sound. So let's try that. Let's do a in fact, yeah. Let's do a delay on that. So if we put a delay to try and emphasize this, if you've got a simple sine wave and sort of brass and stuff is sort of sawtooth or triangular type shape, isn't it? So it's sharp. If you change the start, you have to fiddle about to get the sound different, which is why the people have put the funny start times there. 24 must be a good place. But if we do the delay, it's more obvious what's happening. So all of a sudden, 66 delay, you've got a while before the next bit comes on, so that can, so you've got now 3 start times, sorry, three delay times. You can use that as like an echo effect and stuff like that. And your start time alters where you are in the wave table to give that more interesting noise thing going on. So you have to tune in. So if you put slightly different waveforms in, still on the brass thing, put a tuba in there. Yeah. Yeah, there's a trumpet effects. So there you can see if you put a delay in, like I did, it doesn't play all of the voices or the 4 layers until the time comes up. So if I drop those times back down, you know, the delay that I put in there, drop that down a lot shorter. Let's put it on key up, it means it won't play until you lift the key up. So that can be quite a fun thing to do. See? The other thing you can do as well, while you're doing this and you're thinking, I'm not sure how it's all interacting there, can't quite hear what I'm doing. If we go to play solo layers 1, so I'm just altering 4 down to, so I'll put that on. So that's the one I'm altering now. So it's this one here. There. I'll change this to 0. So there you can hear the start time in the sample. If I change that, you'll hear the timbre change, the sound change. Yeah, so you can really craft and sculpt the sound. I'll leave it there because we're at 25 minutes, didn't realise it was that long. But there's some ideas for playing it. The other options are, of course, playing it from an alternative keyboard that I've got set up just here. So you can put on an external device, whether it be a sequencer or another keyboard, arpeggiator, that sort of thing, and play the internal ones if you don't like the Audition. But why wouldn't you use the Audition? Hey, hope you enjoyed it. If it's been useful, that's great. If not, tell me why and I'll do another one. See you soon.